Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. Like what you see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Draft Day Sports College Football 2019, episode number 4 in this new series, in its second week now on the channel. And with a 2-1 record, we are into our 4th game of the season at home against Hawaii. And this has been an exciting game, a close game, as we are now early in the 4th quarter. Back and forth, very balanced. First half, 14-10 lead. In the second half, it was quiet for a while, but it really started to take off about midway through the third quarter. We got a touchdown to go 21-10. Good drive. Worked it down. Handful of plays. Get down there. Get the score. The kickoff, Hawaii takes all the way in. 98 yards. And then goes for 2 and gets that. That makes it 21-18. They kick off. And my first play from scrimmage, I throw for what nearly becomes a pick 6. Throw the interception, and he's tackled on the 1-yard line. And then the defense proceeds to step up in a huge way. 3 plays, and they went backwards a handful of yards, one of those being a sack, and had to settle for a field goal. That tied the score 21-21. And then they kick off, and this time from the first play from the line of scrimmage, pass over the top, hits the wide receiver, and goes the distance. 4-6, we get the extra point, and now lead 28-21 with 10 minutes left to go in the game. Now that we're all caught up here, let's get into the action. It is 3rd and 4, and that's going to be good for a first down to the tight end. That is to Kelly, 9 yards on the gain. Becerra, just 9 of 21 today. And there he is, another chance. This is similar to the play that got us the lead just a little bit ago. He is running to the 10, the 5, and touchdown. That was huge with 8 minutes, 54 seconds left in the game. And with the extra point, it is 35-21. Becerra has 165 yards, but the bulk of that is on those last 2 pass completions where the guy was able to get behind the defender, complete the pass, and run it all the way in. And here is Hawaii trying to do the same, but luckily our safety was able to track him down and take him down for just a moderate gain, 15 yards that time. This time they're going to hand off and go short up the left side between the tackles, and there was a fumble on that play, but the offense recovered. Next play, also on the ground for a 2-yard loss, and now they're going to go wide on the sweep this time, and can't get much out of that, and it's 4th and 12. In fact, there was no gain on that play. Are they going to punt or go for it? They punt, and it's a short punt, too. That was huge, with a 14-point lead in 7 minutes to play. At about midfield, you would think a team would go for it. But here on first down, we're going to get a heck of a run here, and he's still going. They have not taken him down at this point. He's down to the 10, the 5. I don't know how he did that. I don't know if the guy was just hanging onto his back the entire way down the field, and he ran with him like a backpack. But James Blunt just ran for 75 yards with a defender all over him for 60 of those yards. And it's now 42-21, and that should be enough to see victory today. I'm tempted to go for the CPU finish, but with 6 minutes, we don't know for sure yet, but we have doubled up their score. If we get the ball back, or if we tick off a couple more minutes, I might click on CPU finish to finish this one off, so we have more time to put into the next game and into recruiting. As of right now, I still have no recruits for next season. So that's getting a little bit worrying, but I'm starting to finish out how... Ooh, they punted again. Just 5 minutes left in the game, down 3 scores, and they opt to punt. So this fourth quarter has been all us with a 14-0 scoreline here in the quarter. First down there didn't get much for Lille, but second down we actually opt to pass, even though there's less than 5 minutes left in the game. It is complete, though. McGill picks up 13 for the first down, and we're going to go wide on the sweep here, and that's going to be enough for about 8 or 9 yards. 10. So he gets the first. Gabriel gets the first. Gabriel is our freshman running back, third-string guy, and he's got some pretty high potential, and it looks like he's going to see the final minutes of the game here. And we go for the quarterback keeper, the option to the left, but the quarterback hangs onto it. He's going to get the first down. Ooh, and an unsportsmanlike at the end of that one to tack on more yardage. First and 10. We are now inside the red zone. Second and 4. 6 yards for Blunt. To the right side. First down and more. Down to the 5-yard line with 1:23. We have a chance to really run up the score after this was a very tight game for 3 quarters. Now just 1 minute left. 1-yard rush. Second and goal on the 3. If we don't get in here, this might be the end of the game. I don't think he got in. He did not. Third and goal, 31 seconds left. 2-yard line. What's the choice? They go for the field goal attempt as time runs out. No, there's still 15 seconds left. Field goal is good, though. 45-21. And we end up having to kick off here as they did not run off enough time on that. And that was only third down when they went for that. So that should have been a last-second... We want points and not just run the game out. But there we go. Now the game is done. 45-21 is the final. And we've got a 3-1 record. Are you kidding me? Good luck to be replicating this next season, though, as the team starts to become more and more mine. By the way, I changed the mascot from Gamers to Rings. I remembered that my college basketball playthrough is the Rings and not the Gamers. It's one of the other games where we have that set up as the Gamers. But anyway, so 3-1 now, which is phenomenal. We've got the rest of the week to finish off, so let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the week here. By the way, there was that big matchup between Georgia and Alabama. We'll see who comes out on top of that one. As Oklahoma takes over the top spot in the rankings, even though Auburn continued to win. And Alabama moves back up the rankings quite a bit at 4-1 now, so they did get the win. Georgia drops to 2-2. They're still in the rankings after that loss. Next up for us is Wyoming. Cowboys are 2-3 on the season right now. And let's see here. Week 6. Recruiting summary. Okay, 3 more players we've targeted that are lost. All 3-star guys, so no surprise there on losing these. Most of these players were either Washington or Oregon, so you can see why we lost one to the Huskies, one to the Ducks, and the other to BYU. Ooh, hey, look at that. I've got players that are fully scouted. Okay, so I'm curious to see 2 of our receivers here. And, by the way, last time I had the 3 receivers, if you remember from the last episode, that I was looking at, and I did get deep enough into scouting last week that I did eliminate one of them. He was slow and couldn't catch the ball. Didn't matter what the rest of the scouting report was going to say. He was slow and couldn't catch the ball. That guy is not going to be on my team. These guys had a combination of speed and hands, and that's why those 2 are left. But I'll be able to compare them head-to-head and hopefully bring in one, if not both of those guys. Training report, see some progress here. Player report. Okay. Alright, so I'm starting to deal with some of this. And I don't know these guys by name. I just don't know my team well enough yet. And that's one thing that's going to take some getting used to. I'm used to the college basketball game where you've got, 5 on the court. And you've got a roster of, 15? So, small roster. Here we have a huge roster. And the recruiting was a little more intimate than this one is. It's out there. You're doing a lot. So it's going to be hard to get to know players. Alright, well, we pick up no recruiting points as all the guys who signed on with other schools were not on our recruiting list. So I have the additional scouting points. I do have 4 scholarships available right now to offer up. So that's something definitely to look into. Let's start with the guys that do have offers. So the 17 that have offers right now. Again, I don't have any new recruiting points to go after. Okay, let's look at these 2 wide receivers. They are only 2-star recruits, but both guys are high interest now, 97, 95. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so the player profile you don't get through... interview to unlock flags and personality. There you go. So interview is what's going to get us the player profile. The recruit skills we get out of scouting, and apparently these things, it says they're report certainty, right? I mean, we're 93%, but there's still things that aren't really showing. But they're not necessarily his position anyway, so it doesn't matter. Strength, agility, intelligence, speed, and there you go. Remarkable hands. And really good run blocking also. I certainly like that. So yes, we want to take this guy. I'm going to schedule an interview. And let's take a look at Israel. Great strength. Great intelligence. Nice. He's fairly slow, but he's got amazing hands, exceptional pass blocking. This is a guy I want on my team. So we will also schedule an interview there. I hope both of these guys sign, really, that they're both good players. I'm going to check the interest level. All of these guys are above 70. There's a 94 in Jorge Sheridan. Hopefully he'll sign on soon. Lowest guy I've got is a 67. So it looks like there's a lot of potential in there. It would be really nice if I could start to get 2 or 3 guys to sign on. So then I can start focusing those recruiting points on picking up, 4 more, or finishing off a number of these guys. Let's see, David Randall, I've got nothing on you. Why don't we go ahead and put some scouting points in there? Ooh, I just noticed those interviews use up scouting points. Okay. Let's go ahead and schedule an interview. There you go. It's 5 each. Schedule an interview. And we will do the same here for these guys. So something a little bit different. Now I have partial scouting report here. No, I do not. Okay. Alright, well that finishes up what we're doing. Yes, I could offer 4 more scholarships right now. But I don't have the recruiting points to go. So, like I said, my goal at the moment is I want to get, 2 or 3 recruits signed on and then start turning that into going after more players. Okay, now we are already into this week, so let's go ahead and get out there. Wow, look at that. I'm right at the top of the league at the moment. Week 6, Alabama taking on Texas A&M, South Carolina against Arkansas, Mississippi State and Auburn, Houston and Central Florida. %5 chance of rain, 50 degrees. I think this is yet another... No, it's a road game. Okay, we head to Wyoming for our second road game of the year. We will not watch the full game. This will be a partial. Let's go ahead and defer to the second half. And we will auto play call and kick off. All right, game underway. Can't believe we have a 3-1 record. That's insane. Game opens with a 6-yard pass completion. And it is 4th and 2, so 8 yards. And they're going for it here on 4th down here at midfield. And they gain 3 yards to get the first, so Wyoming keeps their opening drive alive. And on 1st and 10, they're going to pick up 4 yards on the rush. 6 through the air, 9 on the ground so far. Just the 1 pass attempt, so they've mostly been run plays thus far. And there's the punt. That one's going to go pretty deep. It goes into the end zone for the touchback, 43 yards on that one. And our first drive of the game starts from the 20. We go with the pass over the top to the tight end, but it's going to fall incomplete. Difficult pass as he was double covered. On second, we're going to drop back in the pocket again, this time to Falcon, and it falls incomplete. But on third, we have our third pass attempt of the game, and it's complete, and it would have gone for the first, but Porter is called for the unsportsmanlike, and we're going to drop back 3rd and 20. And on 3rd and 20, for the 4th time, we go for the pass completion, and again, second time in a row, it is completed, and for what would have been enough yards, but because of the penalty, it didn't make it. So we go 4th down, we have to punt. And here is Wyoming off and running on 1st down. They've got the completed 16-yard gain there on 1st. This time they're going to run up the left side on the draw play. That's good for 6 yards. Wyoming's running the I formation and the shotgun for the most part, looks like. Except for now they're in the spread, so they are changing formation quite a bit on us. 3rd and short, they go for it up the middle on the run, and they got enough, so they get a 1st down here. The option left only picks up 2 yards, though. 2nd and 8. Defense holding up pretty well. However, they are getting just enough for 1st down after 1st down. That time, on 2nd and 8, they got exactly 8 yards to get the first. This time we get called for the face mask. They were tackled in the backfield, but the face mask was going to put us all the way to the 21-yard line, and then they get a false start, but now that's looking like it's headed for the end zone. He tries to get the tackle from behind, can't get the stop, and Wyoming strikes first. Boy, that penalty, that face mask hurt so much. Lockett gets it to the 25-yard line on the kick return, and on 1st down we put it on the ground 1 yard. Drop on 2nd for the pass, that's completed, and a nice gain there to midfield, 20 yards to Porter. And right now it's through the air that we're having some success. 34 out of our 35 yards have been through the air. So a little surprising on that, but that's what it is. We dumped that one off short to the running back as he flares out of the backfield. Only picks up 5 yards. Boy, I thought he had about 8 or 9 from the look of it. And 2-yard gain on third as we kept that on the ground. We end up having to punt. I wouldn't have punted. I would have gone from there. You're in their end of the field, and it's 4th and short. Why not put it on the ground and try again? Because that punt only made a difference of about 15 or 20 yards. 3rd and 3. So early on in this game, through the first 10 minutes, we are struggling to get our run game going. Wyoming, meanwhile, is pretty balanced. That time we stopped them just enough. They seem to be just squeaking out first downs. That time, we squeaked out the stop. We go for the option left, but it does not work. And we lose 3 yards. This time we drop back, go for the short pass to the tight end. But we get called for another penalty on the wide receiver Lockett. And we go backwards again. Now it's 3rd and 20. That was 2nd and 25 on that play. Bad penalties. Just horrible penalties because we had the first and we end up having a 3 and out. All right, well, there's the look of the game so far. I know there's a lot of time to play, and this game is far from decided. This could easily go either way. For us, we would obviously need to get our run game going, and it's certainly not right now. I mean, it's pretty poor at the moment. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this game up so we can get back to recruiting. Like I've said before, there's just not enough time to get through all of the games. And the 4th quarter is claimed entirely by us. We go from a 4th quarter deficit to an 11-point win in this one and improve our record to 4-1. I am absolutely dumbfounded by that one right now. It was 20-6 at half. Seemingly nothing but field goals here. What a crazy scoreline. What a crazy scoreline. Let's see what happened here. How did that occur? Yes, they had the opening score. They added a field goal late in the quarter. I think that was the drive they were on when we skipped to the end of the game. They got another field goal and then a touchdown. So it was 20-0. 20-0 with 4 minutes left to go in the half before we grab 1 and then 2 field goals a short while later. And then, yes, this is all field goals. So our first 12 points came from 4 field goals from late 2nd quarter to mid 3rd quarter. Finally, Wyoming scores again to get 1 more, and that was their final score of the game. So that 1 field goal from early mid 2nd quarter was all they had. They only added 3 points the whole rest of the game. So what a turnaround from where we were. Gary gets a 2-yard run early in the 4th, and we went for the 2-point conversion to cut the lead to 3. Blunt gets a 5-yard touchdown run about 7 minutes later. That gave us our first lead of the game. And then we add to it with Bobby Lockett getting a 31-yard touchdown reception with 3 minutes left in the game for the final score of 34-23. What a weird game that was, from getting absolutely demolished to getting the comeback victory. (19 of 32 passing, 12 penalties for 127 yards. Wow, look how close the timing was. 30 minutes apiece, just a couple seconds apart. Nice rating for Becerra this time. Gary got 95, Blunt got 62 yards, each had 1 touchdown. Porter again, our leading guy, 82 yards this time on 4 catches. Green perfect on the field goals. So all 4 attempts went through. Likewise, Wyoming was a perfect 3 for 3 as well. Three coffin corners and a 48 average. That is a nice job by a punter who was very busy. 10 kicks for him in the game and 9 for them. So a lot of back and forth field possession. Probably a lot of three and outs for that, I would imagine. Allen had 11 tackles. We got just a few sacks for the game. And a couple interceptions, Hill and Rivera. And on the pancake front, Brown visited the House of Pancakes. Goodman had 4. All right, well, hey, that was a little bit of an unexpected result. I mean, like I said, it was way too early. To say whether we were going to win or lose that game. It was far from decided. But the scoreline to go the way it did, to be down 20-0 and come back and win by 11 points and put up 22 in the fourth quarter, that's pretty amazing. That is a great team performance. So next up for us is the Nevada Wolfpack. They are 3-2 on the season, and this is definitely one of the tougher teams on our schedule. One of the higher prestige teams. Let's go ahead and check the mail now for week 7. Recruiting summary. We have our first ever recruit, Tracy Draper. Strong safety. Yes, it's only a 2-star, but it looks like that's what I'm going to get for this first season. And a lot of those 3-star guys that I had on my list, Washington, Oregon guys. And again, you can just see how many are WSU, UW, or U of O recruits. And then 2 our upcoming opponent, the Nevada Wolfpack. So 3-star strong safety. So we grab a 2-star while they grab a 3-star. So while I might be 4-1 this season, I'm definitely nervous that we're going to go the other direction over the next couple of seasons while we start building a program from the ground up. I inherited a roster that is better than I expected, especially considering how bad the San Jose State program is that I took over. They, no offense if you go there or if you're a fan of them, but they are among the bottom 10 ranked teams in all of FBS. So, but there you go. Tracy Draper has committed, so we finally have our first ever recruit to the program. That's 20 more to fill, and that's very much a low ranking class rank for now, but at least we have somebody. Alright, so let's go check out that recruiting now. And there you go. Those 10 points that were used on Draper are now available, so I'll be able to distribute that elsewhere. And like every other week, I've got 40 scouting points to work with. And let's see how much closer we are to some of these other guys. We're still at a 97. The interview is done here on David Randall. Aha, that helps. That helps. Okay, so agility is great. Hands are great. He can actually catch the ball pretty well. Kick distance is average, but his accuracy is exceptional. Exceptional. I like that. I like a guy who's going to make the kick. Maybe he's not going to make a 50-yarder, but he's going to make your 30 to 40 yarders every time. And to me, I don't care what his rank is, that's a good recruit right there. Especially somebody who's got a 98 work ethic. Excellent. So we will very much keep him Interview done here as well. High morale. Doesn't care about market size. We've not scouted him at all yet, so let's go ahead and put some scouting points into him. Put in 10. His interest is pretty high. I'm hoping Randall will sign this week. Overby. Competitiveness. Okay, the rest of him, he's not been scouted yet, so we need to get that done. So we will drop 10 points on him. Okay, how are these guys looking? 98, 97. And now that I have that interview done, how are we looking? Work ethic, not... Okay, so these red ones are the ones that are going to affect how they are once they're on the team. Bobby Conger, not looking so good, actually. A little worried about that, but the blue ones are the recruiting part. Not sure how the morale plays into anything. Israel Robinson a little bit better. So I'll keep up the points. I would really like one or both of them to sign in the near future. Interview done here on Jacob, but he has not been scouted yet. Now this is a guy who's a bit more of a stand-up, even though he's not a great team player. But let's go ahead and see what we get scouting report-wise from him. That means I also need to know about Cisco, because you are unscouted as well. And I'm going to go just 5 points and then schedule an interview so we can get both. Everybody that we're targeting at the moment is on the positive side of things, interest-wise. So we'll keep that up. Clearly, I'm going to have a lot of 2-star recruits this first season. I'm not sure what, if anything, I'll be able to get 3-star recruit-wise. But I still have 10 recruiting points, so why don't I go ahead and invest some of that potentially in a position where I have just one guy being recruited right now. I've got 2 free safeties. They've got points split. Got this fullback. Don't necessarily want to spend any more on him, so maybe I will go find someone that has been recruited. And is among 3 stars. Can I filter that this way? No? Oh, I still have I still have guys here that points are being spent on that don't have scholarship offers. And have little interest. See if I can find one that doesn't have an offer that has high interest. Okay, these guys are all with scholarships offered. Revoke, revoke, revoke. Starting here. Okay, so there's only 7 left that are out there that I'm spending points on. All 3-star guys. And let's see, who's the highest? We've got Ellington is a 22, McDonald is a 21. Durham's an 81. He's only a 2-star guy, though. So where are we at in running backs? Makes 2 guys. What do I have on Stewart? Nothing scouted. And he's actually higher up at this point. Go ahead and up that to 10. I can't schedule an interview with either of them. I don't have the scouting points. I don't know if I want to offer him something yet. Okay, of the 3 stars. Wow. 4 of those guys are all on 10 already. So why don't I do this? We'll get 10 here. Go to 8 here. I don't think any of those guys are really looking my way because their interest is still pretty low. But we'll give it a shot. Why don't we offer? And we will put an offer here, put an offer there, and an offer there. Okay, so Alabama's playing Ole Miss. Oklahoma, the current number 1 team in the nation, playing Baylor, Clemson, Louisville. And we are playing Nevada. We're going to be wrapping up with this game for this episode. I defer to the second half. And we open up with a nice return from Rivera. And here's our opening possession of the game. Right off the bat, 3 yards from Gary as we run right up the middle. Gonna go shotgun counter right. Another short gain, 3 yards again for Gary. That's gonna make a 3rd and 4 here on our opening drive. We're gonna come to the left this time and definitely not gonna make it. Just 1 yard for Gabriel, and it's 4th and 3. We're at midfield. Did not go for it there. And a pretty short punt on that one, 37 yards. It's down inside the 20 at least, 16 yards. But the opening play from scrimmage for Nevada goes immediately down the left side for 12 yards on the pass completion. And they're going to run to the left there. We had a chance to get him in the backfield, but he is going to manage to get a short gain on that one. But 2nd and 10 from the Nevada 28-yard line. That pass was broken up by McFarland, so 3rd and 10. Good chance for a quick 3 and out. No, they are going to get the first down. That pass was good, and that was just 10 yards. Ooh, just made it. So another set of downs here, and Clevenger is going to go for a very short gain, and now it's 2nd and 10. This pass is good over the top. Cornerback, I don't know what happened to him. Ankle breaker or something. He just kind of froze and let the receiver run right past him. Seaton gets 22 yards on that one. And I get a penalty for too many men on the field to give them a nice short 1st and 5. That pass was dropped. Already into field goal territory now, as Barclay, the quarterback, gets 11 yards. And that's going to go in for the end zone to the 5. And yes, he is in. Touchdown on that one. And Nevada lead here early in this game. This one's returned to the 30, 67-yard kick. And wide open. Oh, wide open Porter. And he drops it. That would have been a touchdown. Not sure where the cornerback was. Maybe he was blitzing. Or he was hidden behind him. That's entirely possible. He was stuck to him like glue and they were occupying the exact same space. Well, we punt that one. And Nevada lead and now have the ball back. That went out for a touchback, so they're going to open this drive from the 20. They run right up the middle for 4 yards to open the drive. 9 minutes to go here in the first. They're going to drop back in the pocket. This pass is complete. Wide open again. Nobody there. That was completely blown coverage. Another pass. That one's complete on first down. He's going to get 6 yards. Second and 4. Nevada's moving the ball way too easy. Quarterback is 6 of 8 passing already. Now 7 of 9 as they get another first down. He's already over 100 yards for the game. And we have 15 yards for the entire game. Luckily, that pass looked to be behind. It was dropped. But we lose a defensive tackle to injury on that play. And now 3rd and 10. Can we get a stop here? We definitely need it considering the scoreline. He gets a gain, but it's not enough for the first 7 yards. Probably field goal territory. This is going to be a pretty long kick. No, they go for it on 4th. Oh, no, short gain. Okay, short gain. Turnover on downs. I thought they gave him the first. So first down, turnover. And a penalty. Boy, we are getting a lot of penalties here these last couple games. It's a miracle we've won as many as we have. Now 2nd and 18 after a short gain on that one. Sweep wide left this time. Goes for 3 yards. 3rd and 15. The pitch. He's going to get half the yardage. At least it's going to help us in the field position, but it is 4th down, so we're going to punt this away. And that one goes right to the 20. The 19, so it's actually down inside the 20. So that'll look good on our punter's stats. That pass was incomplete. 2nd and 10. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Wide open again. Our coverage has not been very good in this game. A lot of guys getting open. 121 yards through the air this time. Quarterback ends up hanging on to it, but blocked below the waist. So that's going to back them up 1st and 20. They go for the run on 1st, just 2 yards. Liking our chances on this one. If they get a first down here, though, we're in a bit of trouble if we can't stop them. Drop there, 3rd and 18. And that'll be 4th. Incomplete. Maggard broke that pass up. And a very short punt. Lockett, no return. Probably out of bounds. And it's 1st and 10 from our own 44. And we approach midfield there on first down after a 5-yard gain from Gary. On 2nd, we're only going to pick up a couple. It's 3rd and short, 3rd and 3 from the Nevada 49. We are into their territory finally, and it looks like a delayed quarterback keeper. Probably a broken play because that was off tackle right. Becerra gets the short gain, and we end up punting it away. So our offense is going absolutely nowhere so far. Nevada is moving the ball quite well, so this game could get ugly in a hurry, even though it's only 7-0. But crazier things have happened. We beat Wyoming when we looked like we were absolutely outmatched. Ooh, defensive holding. That makes that even worse. 1st and 10 from the Nevada 11 now. Pass is complete. Quarterback comes off his man, tackles well. Holds that to a 5-yard gain. 16-yard line. 2nd and 5. But another completed pass. Barclay 11 of 17 so far in this game for 136 yards. Really doing well through the air. That one's incomplete though. as is that third down. And we're nearly to the end of the first quarter. And on third, they complete the pass, but it's only a 5-yard gain. Tackled by Pierce. Well tackled to the solo tackle on that one to make the stop. And it's 4th and 5, so they punt away. And as we wrap up the third quarter, we've got the ball back. We're just not doing anything with it. That was a 6-yard gain on first. And now into the second quarter, we're going to get a first. This will be the final drive of the episode. I will CPU finish here in a moment. 1st and 10, another nice run. This one by Gary, 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Can we level the score before the end of the episode? There's a first down. Beyond the 30 now. Brooks makes a catch, gains 10 on the play. Becerra is 3 of 5 passing. We're just not passing very much. Gary takes that on the sweep right. Only gains 3 yards, though. This pass drops incomplete. No, it is intercepted. And we're going to end things right there. So, I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe. We intercept you right back. And tune in next time on my road to the record. Nevada gets the win 37-31. Both teams at 4-2 now. That actually ended up a pretty decent game. Look at that second quarter. 17 points for us. But they come out strong. In the third, we match through the fourth and lose by 6. Bye for now.